Hello and welcome to the Utropeia podcast. This week in the United States of America, we are celebrating Memorial Day weekend. Yay! Yay! We celebrate soldiers and other military persons who have served our country in different wars and stuff like that. This weekend, we spent a lot of time traveling around, so sadly, a regular episode won't be updated. But since you guys are getting something a little late, something a little unusual, and this weekend has been filled with a lot of driving, I figured we'd upload the podcast about vehicles that we recorded for Motor City. But the cool thing is that I fell asleep and that I'm not actually in it. So you're going to get some interesting guest stars, some interesting ongoings, and it should be a good time. Okay, so here you go. Your very un-Utropean episode of Utropeia. Well, we might just call these Dystropia. But yeah, enjoy. Bye-bye.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs. White style. Salad, toss salad, egg. Salad, toss salad, egg. Salad, toss salad.
Welcome to another episode of Distropeia.
Frazier has left the building.
Wow, you found it here on the first here on the podcast. Hey everybody, listen, we have three special guests today here.
You're technically the guest on Utropia.
Check them out. This one is Brian. Brian Hambone Hannah.
Oh man, that's what I'm going with.
Right in between.
Where the hell did you come from? Okay. It was
vodka
time.
came back up.
It was time.
Oh,
We're still
did you
recording,
puke?
by the way.
No,
he's pooping.
Yeah.
this is Jimmy Poopen Louie here.
Did the vodka
that's
just
my
shoot
name.
out the other end?
This is Todd. What's your name on the podcast?
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is delicious.
Ogredose Johnson.
Ogredose.
Ogredose.
I'm
Johnson.
I'm Bill, Mr.Yu video.
Bill, Mr.Yu video Hicks. And here we go with another episode of Utropia. On this episode, vehicles.
Vehicles?
What do you guys think about vehicles?
Four-wheeled or two-wheeled?
Does it get you that from A to B?
Or what was it?
What about
18-wheel.
Mono-wheeled.
Big Mother Trucker?
Yes.
Ooh, great game. Great game.
Trucker.
Let's just spout a bunch of nonsense about pop culture. Well, that's what we always do.
Big Mother Trucker. Yeah.
But what about vehicles that don't necessarily have wheels?
Sure, Zeppelin.
Where we're
Zeppelin.
going, we don't need wheels.
Oh, flying vehicles.
Are we back to the
Flying
future right now?
rocket
Do you
or
guys-
the horse?
Do you think that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles needed a fucking van and a blimp and a
There's
paraglider
Zeppelin that
and
turns into a
And you forgot a
paraglider.
skateboard that has a rocket.
and a skate and a fucking motorcycle that shoots pizzas out of it?
Now, here's the thing: is pizza's the best option to fight
Is
crime?
pizza's the best
Actually,
option to fight
hey,
I mean,
crime?
if it's right out of the oven, if that had like an oven attachment, the cheese was like napalm, right?
It's
it
gonna be-
sticks to your skin and it burns.
Can't you just shoot hot
burning.
cheese at them? Why do you need the crust?
Exactly.
Because you need structure in your weaponry.
As me and Todd,
That's me, Todd.
as me and Todd have discussed, the 1980s Ninja Turtles were just a bunch of douchebags.
Well, how so? Elaborate. Or did you discuss this in previous episode?
No, just in private. We talk about the tweedles
It's coffee
all the
talk.
time when we're into private.
Crikey!
No, we were just talking about it because Todd had the DVDs. Or is it Netflix? I don't remember. Todd's just like, I was watching the show and I realized they're all douchebags.
Why are they douchebags?
Because they're all douchebags.
They're like, they
try to explain
think
it
of
as
the first
Twin
couple
House and
episodes where they
Trance.
go in and wreck April's apartment, get her almost fired because she doesn't get her story. I mean, that alone. And then when the aliens come from Dimension X, they're a bunch of douchebags and they get along with the turtles.
Wow.
Everyone loves douchebags.
Vehicles.
Yeah,
How
apparently
about that?
so.
That is
This conversation was a vehicle to get to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
ooh, yeah. So let's segue to the Segway.
Oh my God, the Segway.
Also a vehicle.
You know, the owner of the Segway fell off a roof.
Ken
Did he
loves
now?
that.
Hold on.
It's a cliff, wasn't it?
That is a cliff.
Creator of the
Who's
Segway.
riding segways on a roof? when
That's
he's
just
not
crazy.
when he's not creating like new arms for soldiers. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're just making shit up.
No, no,
Special
no.
guest
Are you like
Ryan.
Dr. Octopus?
He
or
just
something?
taped segues onto
And
people's
bone.
nubs. They swung segues around.
Ryan Hacksaw Hogan.
Ryan Hacksaw Hogan, Hambone, Hannah.
Yes.
Hacksaw Hogan.
There's a lot of H's there.
It was Hambone. That's
It was the same one. Hi, guys.
Hi, good night. Good night.
we're podcasting.
We're podcasting.
Yeah, you're on the podcast cab.
Get up here. We got a special guest in the
Wait,
program.
am I still Ben Bailey?
Anna's not a special guest either. She's been on it more
This
than
is Anna.
I am Anna. I am a special guest.
No, you're a regular.
Blame Brian.
Bane.
Bane,
Of course.
It's a hurt.
Brian.
For you. Cranberry's joining us.
Don't you
Cranberry.
call me that.
Why she call
I wrote
That's
down.
the name you came up
Yeah,
with.
where
because
did you come
kimchi
up with
was too
Cranberry?
hard to say.
Kimchi is a Korean dish that apparently is too hard to
That is a
pronounce.
fact.
So
It is a
literally,
fact.
I changed my Steam name to Cranberry because on Left 4 Dead, no one could pronounce kimchi. They said
And
kimichi.
why would you say
and
to not
everyone
say
got
that
Cranberry
name?
right, and that it just kind of stuck.
You said
Wait,
that
how
But
did
my
you-
real name is Anna.
But how did you
Well,
get
you're
from
Anna
kimchi to
Cranberry.
cranberries?
I don't fucking know.
She's like drunk right
Because her
now.
name is
Cranberry
Anna.
was. Don't
Cranberry.
call me a drunk.
What?
Okay,
Wait,
that's
what?
Cran-
Where did this come from?
Nobody's calling you a drunk. You're just the
Jimmy
drunk.
just did it.
I think he said you're drunk.
I said
he
you're
uses
drunk.
it as an adjective, not
We
an
call
adjective.
him
Fair enough.
Poopin on this show.
Poopin.
Yes.
We refer to everyone.
I came from the bathroom pooping.
I have ever heard in my life.
It's Jimmy
Jimmy
Poopaloo.
Poopaloo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, poo-poo. Yeah.
Oh no! I didn't even think of Poopaloo.
Jimmy Poopaloo.
To get us back on subject, how about that boat in that movie?
What
Oh
was
my
the
god.
subject?
Vehicles.
So,
Vehicles.
Technically, it's supposed to be cars. 'cause
That
it was
boat-
Motor City.
oh really?
Yeah, it
Okay.
kind of would be so disappointing.
Motor City.
It doesn't matter.
You know, Michigan
Okay,
spends
okay.
the least on fixing roads out of any state in the
No,
U.S.
I
isn't
believe
that interesting?
I've drove on the roads.
Yes.
Roads.
Wait,
Where
what's
are we
it?
going? We don't
Michigan.
need.
We already
So
made that.
Motor
reference.
City-
Let's talk about trains.
know.
Trains is one of the things I had written down. I love any
We got stuck in
train-based
front of a
character.
train, but we went to the
Really?
Chargeman is my favorite Mega Man villain of all time.
This is a goddamn
Doom
shit.
Train is my favorite Final Fantasy character of
No.
all time.
Why do you
Astro
love
Train?
train-based characters
Astro
so
Train.
much?
Astro Train from Transformers.
Yeah.
He's a spaceship and a train.
Yep.
So Galaxy Express 9999.
Almost. Except he actually turns into like an actual spaceship.
Oh.
Doesn't
Yeah,
stay a
spaceship,
Okay.
train.
I do like me
robot.
some Galaxy Express
I've never
and some
seen it.
Harlock.
And
I do like Interstellar.
You should-
Five.
You should just watch the compilation movie. 'Cause it's like one of the longest animes.
Is it?
Yeah, it's super long.
How long?
I want to say like 600 episodes. I could be totally wrong because I have not looked.
They
at
should have
it
gone
forever.
for 999.
But apparently they visit a ton of planets.
oh,
in
this is
that.
regular.
Yeah,
And the compilation is like
That's fine.
2 or 3 planets, and then like him kind of solving problems, and then not really though.
Like
he
math
he
problems?
fights like the Machine
like
Queen.
Bar-
I love it.
Bartender
That was like one of the
down
first
there.
animes I ever watched on Sci-Fi Saturdays.
Yeah.
like Anime Saturdays.
Saturday anime.
I watched, I think Zirium the Animation. Area Zirium the
Yes.
Animation was the first one I ever watched on there.
Yes.
What else
Also-
was even on there?
Also Monster.
Tetsumuyo in Love was on
Monster
there.
what?
Yeah.
Monster
I
Rancher.
thought we were talking
Was that
about
on
trains.
Saturday Anime?
Yeah. How
No,
we
we're talking
went
about
from
Saturday
trains and
anime.
then Saturday
Because
anime.
the episode when they didn't understand what Enigma was drove me fucking crazy. They're like, they see a golem monster, like, is that the Enigma? Like, no, Enigma's a puzzle, you retards. No wonder you're trapped inside a video
I
game.
thought Enigma was
It's a Batman
Batman villain.
Riddler,
Yeah.
come
Edward
on.
Enigma.
So the
Edward.
Batmobile, that's a vehicle.
Oh my gosh. And the Batmobile is so iconic because it's a mobile in the shape of a bat.
You know, Ken and I were talking about this. The Batmobile doesn't really play that much importance.
Not anymore.
It like,
It's
well,
just-
it's just a novelty.
Well, it really is.
Unless
You know, and I
Batman
think
the Brave
it's-
and the Bold when it turned into a goddamn mech.
I
and
need
it
to
was awesome.
Give you back your Brave and the Bold. I need to watch it, number one, and then give it back. So, but I think the Batmobile was so iconic that it kind of spawned... Spider-Man had a Spider-Mobile for a
The
while,
Spider
didn't he?
Did he really?
Yeah, he had a spider
Yeah.
buggy that he used.
He
It was
did,
a-
Was
like,
it
he did
just a
donuts
normal
on the
jump?
side of a building with it once.
But I mean, why do you
Like, could
think
it
the
climb up
Batmobile
a-
was so iconic? I mean, what made that so iconic? What made it
Well,
so classic?
it's just Batman's characters that he's an everyman. Like, if you
Yeah.
had enough money, you could be Batman.
Yeah,
So,
and-
like, you would have a car. You can't, like, fly everywhere. Or...
I mean, you
So-
needed, if you're a guy that can't fly, can't run fast, you have to be able to get from point A to point B. So you need the vehicle to do that. So not only was it functional, it had a certain style to it.
Yeah, it was originally like a Buick with a bad
Yeah.
face.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And, like, you know, plus you can attach anything really to it.
But is it that style? Because here's what I'm talking about. Sailor Moon specifically, I'm thinking of.
She took the bus, if I remember correctly.
No, well, she fucking.
Everything happened in her prefecture.
It's
Like,
true.
it was like
Juban,
her neighborhood.
everything happened in Juban. But
Where was the Doom
in
Train?
Sailor Moon,
the best
when they released Sailor Moon in the U.S., obviously they released a bunch of toys, but they had the Moon Cycle, which was just like this. Never appeared in the show, but
don't
every
remember
superhero
Moon Cycle.
had to have because it never appeared.
That's
I'll bring
just-
up a picture of it, and
that
we'll
is-
put this
Show me. I
picture
would
in the
love to see it.
podcast.
Yeah.
This will be if you go on the YouTubes. See, I have. Hold on, that was one of my points: is Spider Buggy and Sailor Moon Cycle. But so like it was almost like every superhero had to have a vehicle. So but why is it a stylistic choice?
Here's the best
You
reference
think
ever.
it's just merchandising?
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Have you seen the episode of Freakazoid with the Freakmobile?
I
No.
love the Freakmobile.
And he just pulls out of the freak cave, and he's in the Freakmobile, and he says, "How toyotic is this?" And as a marketing term for making a show toyotic is to make it so there can be multiple toys.
That makes sense.
So that's really what it comes down to, is selling toys.
I think-
and a vehicle is something they can put their action figures on.
Remember that action figure of the Flash who drove a motorcycle?
Yes.
That's so dumb.
No,
It's-
I wonder
like to
if this
imagine
goes
it's
back
just
to a
him running
cultural
with
aspect.
the
then.
handlebars.
Well, it's Sonic Racers too, right? Why does Sonic drive a car? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Or Superman.
But if you look at like from it,
That's the moon.
you know,
That's dumb.
look at it from like history and culturally, we are a city that's on the move.
It's worse than a Barbie
It's one of the
Corvette.
first things we ever
City on the
buy
move.
Is a car?
is a car or a motorcycle, or a motorized vehicle of some kind. So maybe like there's a certain level. Not only is it there to sell toys, but maybe it like
cultural
appeals to our psyche
Sure.
and our culture that this person needs to be able to have a vehicle.
Sure. Well, I think every kid, I mean, there's that dream of freedom,
Yeah.
where you can, go wherever you want and do whatever, and a car kind of represents that freedom in a lot of ways. That's true. I just realized right now that moon cycle is a pun because the moon has cycles. Because when I tried to search for
Are
moon
you sure
cycle
that
on
was
Google,
actually meant to be a pun, though?
No, I don't want any more
Stop
wine.
offering wine.
I think Brian's
I'm
the
I like my
already
voice
drunk.
Hambone is the
You
bartender.
Don't
did
give
got
me
me
wine.
drunk.
I want to be a
You
cowboy.
directly did. There you go.
so but the Flintstones, I mean, their vehicle
It was
You mean their feet?
terrible.
was their feet. Isn't that crazy?
It was actually
The Flintstones,
It was
yeah.
two wheels with benches in between them that they moved with their
What was
feet.
it? Didn't it make like a little
And
sound
in Simpsons
when
Meet
they
the Jetsons, it was a time
Don't
travel.
I
you
believe you mean the Jetsons.
Jetsons
Yeah.
meet
Wait,
the
it was the
Flintstones?
time travel machine powered by
Something
feet?
Although
Simpsons.
I would
Yeah,
watch The
something entirely
Simpsons
different.
first.
I said Simpsons.
The
Yeah.
Simpsons versus the
But
Jetsons.
I mean, how
Just fighting.
Who do you think's
Can I
gonna
ask
win?
a question? How uncomfortable
No,
is that?
we
Even
don't-
as a child, I thought that the Flintstones vehicle was so uncomfortable. It's stone.
Because
Well,
nothing is a world of comfort in the Flintstones world.
they couldn't
Even
bear
though
to.
their technology hates being technology, the birds and stuff,
It's
they're like,
a
it's
living.
a living.
So what were you going to cover those seats with? Fur?
Butt.
Because they're not going to kill their animals, because the
their
animals
butts.
can talk. They're their friends.
They're sentient.
Well, they gotta be so jerk.
eat
animals.
You're a
Wait,
douchebag animal.
They eat Brontosaurus burgers all the
Oh,
time.
God, you're right. Everyone in that world should be a vegetarian.
The ending of the second opening is them eating that giant stack of
I'm sorry,
ribs.
the second open.
Yeah, there's two openings to the Flintstones. You know that?
It's such an anime idea, though. The second opening was,
It
I think,
was
Ready, Steady, Go. To the Flintstones, right?
Because there's the one that's just like the orchestral one, and then there's the one with the lyrics.
Oh, I know. I've never.
Get on my level.
I
son.
really should. I'm sorry.
You don't know what I know about Hanna-Barbera,
Yes, you're right.
which is not a whole lot.
About
about
Hambone
cars,
Hanna-Barbera.
Hambone?
Or is it just automobiles in general?
Just any vehicle,
Do you do
but
auto-
most of them are
What do you
vehicles.
mean?
Power Rangers yet?
They
No.
had
Does that
that
include-
was another
was that
one. They had
included?
motorcycles in one episode, maybe.
Did they really?
That was a huge toy. I don't even know if
Tron?
they had them in there. Oh, light cycles.
Yeah.
Light
it's like a
cycles,
light
The
light
entire
flame.
reason everyone
Yeah.
loves Tron?
It's funny how. Oh, go
No.
ahead.
Even
Not
like in
fucking
Tron
tanks.
Uprising, with like they just expanded the vehicles in that from like light helicopters to light trains to
Oh, really?
yeah, like the Uprising is
Canceled.
yeah. Sadly. Right as I discovered it,
The
it was
uprising
canceled.
is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it really is.
I think it's just kind of viewed as like the future.
Yeah. Well, it's a very 80s
Design.
version of the future.
Which
like,
it still applies
the
now, though.
The 80s version was the blue and white. This is like more modern, like we have monochromatic,
Neon
like the
anything.
gray, dark grays and blacks. And
I guess.
with a bright contrasting color.
I think modern fashion is very simplistic. It's very
Well, and that's like so many fashion like trends right now are going back to old fashions
Retro.
too. Because I see tons of people on campus wearing like 80s clothing, like super bright day glow colors.
I mean, if you go back to we're talking about the Jetsons, though. I mean, that was the 50s version of the future.
Yeah.
And then we go to the 80s version of the future.
well, and we've talked about the future before.
Do you consider Rosie the robot racist?
Well, what?
Why was she
I had a friend that was convinced that Rosie was racist. I don't think she was.
No, she
Why
was
was
like
she
the
like a
idea
racist
of
against
like
what
a
race?
house-
I don't
Against
even
robots?
know.
Robots.
It's not like
she
Thomas
sounds like
and
a
Jerry.
robot sympathizer.
Watch
out.
As much as like I hate
Skynet makes
the
its
Brady
move.
Bunch, I just found them annoying. I always thought like Rosie was made from like her character was derived
Did you jump from Brady Bunch to...
Yes,
she was
but-
Alice?
From
yes,
Jetsons
this
to
Rosie,
Brady Bunch.
just a
They're
maid.
essentially, it's essentially
always
the
has,
same
like,
like
some-
character.
Wait, which came first? Brady Bunch?
Brady Bunch, yeah.
Yeah.
Came first?
As far as I
What
know.
year did Brady Bunch start, or around? Like what?
1920s.
Like that early?
No,
Well, actually, I think
we're gonna pull over.
I think
even
Jetsons
broadcast
came out
Felix
first.
the
television.
Cat
No,
was, like,
Jetsons
coming
came
out
out in
in
the 60s or 70s. No,
Because
Jetsons
the
I
Brady
think
Bunch
was.
is 70s, I thought.
I thought it was,
Was
the
it
late
60s?
60s, and I think
They
the Jetsons
feels like
presumably
the
would have come
70s.
out roughly the same.
because they didn't televise cartoons for a while. Like
Whatever
Hanna-Barbera
happened
was.
to the Brady Bunch mobile?
Ooh.
That held
they
the entire...
seriously?
The
No, they didn't.
Bunchmobile.
I was like, I think
Bunchmobile.
you're.
It was shaped like the Hollywood Square.
I think you were confusing it with the Partridge Family.
No, I was
Oh,
completely
there's
making
a-
this up as a joke. But
No,
Why would you do that in front of all of our listener?
All of our listeners, or one listener.
Wait, we got listeners.
George. Hi, George.
They're gonna think I'm a fool.
Thanks, George.
Yeah,
we
for
appreciate
great
it.
fan art.
How
George,
about
when are we going to hang out again?
Yeah, George.
speaking of George of the Jungle, which was with George of the
Nice.
Jungle, Tom Slick,
Are you
Slick.
talking about
who drove a car.
What about
Tom
the-
Slick was a racer.
Did Tim Allen drive a car in the George of the Jungle movie?
Jungle to
Tim
Jungle?
Allen?
Tim Allen.
Yes.
You mean
Jungle to Jungle was not
Yes.
a George of the
George
Jungle.
of
That was
Jungle is,
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
No,
No,
We've
Brendan
talked
George of
about
the
before.
Jungle was
Okay.
Brendan Fraser.
Fraser.
Tim
You know
Allen
what I'm
was in
talking
Jungle
about.
to Jungle,
Yeah.
where he adopts a kid. No,
Yes.
it was his actual son, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He has a son.
Yeah.
And
His son.
Him and his mother.
And he
got
catches
together.
koi
How
in
do
a
I
rich guy's
fucking
pond
remember
and
these
eats it.
movies?
It is kind of
I don't know.
amazing.
I
don't
can remember
anything
where
else.
I was when I watched that movie.
I
It's so
just knew
good.
Tim Allen was in one.
What didn't that kid
Tim Allen
grow
did
up
build
to be an
hot rods
almost
and
human or
come
something like that? The American version,
Being human?
I think so.
or being human. That's
Yeah.
it.
No,
Almost.
he
Yes,
absolutely
that's
did.
it.
Almost human, still robot.
He's also a
show.
Detroit Rock person
That
like
car
that.
Lippert
Yeah.
is in.
Human
Just
Detroit
got an
Rock,
autograph
yeah.
today. Thanks, courtesy.
Oh, All Saints Day is
Yeah, he was in Fanboys and all that.
Are we doing more
This, by the way, the only episode that our host is not in.
He's over there.
Ken's
It's okay.
there.
Ken's here.
He's here.
Here.
I'm
Yeah.
subbing in
Wait a
his
minute.
place.
Here's something we haven't touched on yet. We've touched on kind of the cartoons, and we keep referencing back. But what about like vehicles just in TV shows? I mean, there's been so many
Like-
iconic
Like
ones.
The 18 van.
Yeah, that's one.
the
The
Airwolf Hazard.
Dukes
Oh,
of
the
Hazzard,
Airwolf.
General Lee.
Airwolf. That was one.
Lee General.
My favorite is Mr. Kit from Knight Rider.
Oh, yeah.
He was a
dude.
talking
yeah.
car. He
Mr.
had an
V.
evil duplicate named
Well,
Car.
Did
You
he?
guys do Speed Racer yet?
We didn't talk
No.
about Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
Oh,
Speed Racer.
fun fact-
How
Go,
about
go.
racing
Fun
cars?
fact about Speed Racer: did you know they had like 2 people doing voice acting for that?
In the English
The
version?
other English
And the
version.
Japanese version, it's called Maka Go Go Go.
Maka
Yeah.
Go Go.
Because the
I've-
character's name is Go, and in Japanese,
Sorry about that.
5 is Go.
Crazy.
And
Hey,
the word
well,
Go.
I believe you mean Mahago.
Yeah.
Dip
Maka
it
Go Go Go.
So, I mean, on
let's
top of
talk
that,
about-
just before, just because it's so
New Adventures of
iconic
Speed
with
Racer.
Initial D, I mean, the whole thing's about cars.
Yeah.
Like more, yeah, Initial Drift, yeah.
Or
I mean,
Midnight. Or what is it? Wangan.
Yeah, One Time Midnight, yeah.
So going back to
was
Speed
me.
Racer, I mean, that's a show where, I mean, the vehicle is is inexorable. I mean, the vehicle is the show.
Yeah.
I mean, how many shows were there like that? There was Speed Racer, Initial D, but those are both anime.
I wouldn't even say Initial D.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider is more than Initial
Knight
D.
Rider is definitely...
I guess,
because
like,
in Initial D, they
there's other
rebuilt the whole
series.
engine of that car. It really isn't the car.
I guess
it's
more the
Takuma's
concept.
driving.
The concept.
Yeah,
was-
the car
set.
Yeah, the concept of driving.
The car
But
set.
you're right. And what other shows was the car the main character?
What about Turbo Team?
I mean, not even Speed Racer, because Mach 5 wasn't the main character.
But it was very detrimental to the plot.
Yeah.
Is that a bad word?
Detrimental's
That's not
bad.
It was
It's
very important to the plot.
Would you classify the Mystery Machine at this
Yeah,
level?
well,
No,
No.
because the mystery... Well, it doesn't
That
get
was-
them to
it's-
the mysteries.
Yeah.
Or Ghostbusters.
We just saw the
That's
obvious
one.
machine today.
We did see the obvious machine.
Well, speaking
A
of
ghost
Speed
vacuum.
Racer,
Speaking of Speed Racer.
What
don't you
was
think, what's that girl's name?
What about
No,
Mario
let's
Karting?
Mario Kart?
I'm thinking Speed Racer
Christina
movie.
Ricci
What's
looks like
this
the
movie
gunner
series
from
besides
Star
Need for
Wars.
Speed?
I love that movie. I will
Fast and
defend that
Furious?
movie
Fast
to
and
the
Furious.
death.
With
Okay.
Vin Diesel?
We need to take. Hold on. We need to take a vote. How many people actually enjoyed the Speed Racer movie?
It was pretty.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
really
like
not
half and
this.
half with
That's-
it.
Okay,
I don't
Saker.
dislike it.
You know Christina Ricci, right?
Yeah.
Does she look like the gunner
It
from
had
Star
rain.
Wars?
The Gunner.
From
South Korean
episode
pop
three-
star.
Episode
Seven?
eight,
Six?
seven,
There is
six,
no
Jedi,
seven yet.
Jedi.
six.
Hold on,
my
I'm
bad.
gonna look her up.
If you hear crinkling, that's
Yes.
birthday cake Oreos next to
I'm
the
gonna throw these
iPhone.
away.
Because I remember, like, every time I watched that movie, I was like, man, that's the gunner from
That's a
Star
very
Wars.
flattering picture,
Right next
by
to
the
Lando.
Hates that picture.
I'd imagine.
Gunner.
It's the guy who's with Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, it's...
It's like the fish guy.
Yeah, the fish guy.
Sorry.
Gunner Star Watts. Go ahead. Imperial Gunner. Let's
Oh, that's
see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
ship.
gonna be, like,
Are
yeah.
we getting into ships or
It's
is
the
it just
it's the
No.
Navy's.
Yeah, ships
Imperial-
are vehicles.
Ships.
Starship.
That's
Oh
not
yeah,
it. No,
there
no,
she
no,
is.
no.
Oh my god, that does look like Christina Ricci.
Oh, you're so crazy.
Oh,
My name
You're faking
is
Stop.
Skankass.
Skankass?
Skankass.
Skankasser?
My name is
Skangasser.
Welcome to the Drunktopia podcast.
Drunktopia.
Drunk. Let's go high five.
Let's call it Crunktope. What's Crunk even
That wasn't
mean? Is that a dance move?
Crunk.
Thank
Crunk
you.
is a style of music, but it could also mean drunk.
High five me.
High five, Poopy.
Poopy.
Oh, little Poopy.
Poopy. High five, Poopy.
Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa. You remember the Willy Wonka mobile?
Oh my god, the Wonka-mobile was so
The boat?
iconic.
I guess the boat.
The
is
boat.
The boat was.
is
Well, the
iconic.
boat definitely add to it. I
Just
always
that
think
Only
scene
because
is
of the
fine.
song that Gene Wilder does.
You say you always think of the car?
No, but I think of it
the
like
big
everything
vehicle.
from that universe.
Yeah, there was a Wonka.
Yeah, because
mobile.
that's the scene
Yeah.
where they do the transition. And
Oh,
the really
wow.
thin thing, and it like takes a couple seconds.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
starts coming out.
Yeah, it all
The,
cleans
like
them
the
up.
car wash.
You know,
know-
here's two from the 70s, talking about TV shows. You had the Rocker Files and his like muscle car, which was very iconic for the time, and also you had like the Beverly Hillbillies, and
Oh, yeah.
their
That's
car
pretty iconic,
was
right?
just featured right there in the opening.
Yeah, it's in the credits.
What was the...
What about
The Volkswagen Beetle.
Starsky and
Herbie.
We've got a special
Yes.
guest on the show today.
Allison.
This is Qually Quo Quo.
I just wanted to bring up Starsky.
All right, here we go.
Starsky and Hutch.
Go back to that.
Here's Christina Ricci
Yeah.
in Speed Racer.
I'm glad we're
Really
still on
still
that.
going on about
And here's
this.
the gunner.
I'm
What the
glad that
That's,
no one listening to this
That's
will get this
Chuan
reference.
Chuo, or that's the guy from
Yeah,
Adventure
no.
Brothers. Yeah,
Please,
yes. Okay.
please describe this as this is an
Here, just
audio
hold it up to
cast,
my
not
phone
a
so we can-
video.
Wait,
phone.
what?
Hold it up to my phone so they can get the picture.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
See? You got it. Great.
Link in the description.
Yeah,
Link in the description.
Link is not in this.
Link to Brian.
And then
Yeah.
Brian's made
Well, you know
fun.
what's interesting is I think, when talking about vehicles, I think a lot about the McDonald's Happy Meal because, they put Flash in a car or they put Superman in a car, but the car was always the same as, like, if it was a Superman car, it would be blue and red and yellow. You know what I mean? Like, it was always the same.
Superman does not need a car.
Well,
Yes, he
Clark Kent
does.
needs
Clark
a car.
Kent needs a car.
do you think Clark Kent drives a blue,
And
white,
he's
red,
probably like
yellow?
a-
he
Think
rides a
about it.
bike because
He
you
likes Scooperman ice cream.
Scooperman.
Scooperman.
That's the Meyer brand of Superman ice cream.
The what brand?
The Meyer brand.
Oh,
Scooperman?
Scooperman.
Scooperman.
You don't have those out by you.
Mayer?
You don't have Meyer?
Mayor?
What is this
There.
Moyu?
It's a...
Just like Target
where
in
we were
Georgia.
Friday.
It's a grocery store.
Moriarty?
Do you have Kroger's?
What?
No.
Sherlock mobile.
We've Giant Eagle.
Giant Eagle and
How
used
long
to be
have we been
Tops.
recording? Has it been an hour yet?
No, it's
We're at
25
28
minutes.
Oh
20
no!
it felt
I
like
am
it's
sorry,
been 2
dear
hours.
listener.
This is gonna be a short episode.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes in the 21st century.
Ooh, what kind of
22nd
car would he
century.
drive?
I don't know, but Holmes or
Flying car, probably because
that the
future.
guy that's not Holmes.
Oh, no,
Give me a
no.
second.
Watson?
Watson was a robot.
The guy that's
Bill,
not home.
remember Speed Racer in the future? What's that show called? Mach 5's coming after you.
Mach
or
50.
something.
No, it was the New Adventures of Speed Racer.
That's- I
remember
and the
that.
line
It's on
was
Nick.
Mach 5 rolls like a jungle
It's a
cat.
Rolls like a
No, you're
roar.
thinking-
Roars.
Jungle
Roar.
Cat.
Whatever, dude.
Wow,
But
you really
you're,
effed this
you're
up.
thinking of
Whatever,
the CG one that was on Nicktoons with like
Yeah.
the super weird guy,
Maybe?
and
If
that
only
it looked
they
like
were
Iron
characters that
Armored
transformed
Adventures.
into
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
maybe.
Yeah, I was
Turbo
gonna say.
Teen. There was Turbo Teen.
Well,
He turned into a car when he got hot.
Yes.
Every time you say turbo, I keep thinking
God,
Is it like
I love that
Flash,
show.
but with
Yeah.
cars?
Yes.
TurboTax?
Yeah. But honestly,
That's another thing with vehicles. Wreck-It Ralph.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like Mario.
Yeah.
It's
a Disney
Oh yeah, we haven't talked
a
at
play
all about
on
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
We mentioned it
There's-
earlier, but
The
no.
Pixar
Yeah, we did.
famous
talked
and
just like
film
we met
cars.
Transformers, but that's a whole.
Well,
like,
they're more than meets the eye.
Yes, they are.
I saw a Transformers comic today.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's Guest Player.
No, it said
Okay.
more than meets the eye at
Did
the
it
top,
have
and that's all
Grimlock?
that was sticking out of the box. And I pulled it up, and there
What
was
does
actually
Grimlock
more
turn into?
to the
Than me-
comic
yeah.
that I saw. It's
What
crazy.
does
So
Grimlock
it
turn
was-
That's
into?
you know what they call that?
What's that?
Good PR.
Oh!
He doesn't turn into like.
Hey, okay, so here's this game. I'm going to give you a
It's Cybertron
classic
Attack,
character,
so-
and you're going to tell me what kind of
Cybertron
car they
Attack.
drive
I like the
in
episode where
2014.
he's wearing Butler's
Okay?
vest.
This is the vehicles game.
It's ridiculous.
We gotta get.
With that
We got a
surgery.
vehicles game.
Let's start with Sherlock Holmes. What kind of
How
car
are
would
we
Sherlock
back to
Holmes?
Sherlock Holmes?
What kind of car would he drive in 2014? He doesn't. He takes a
Sherlock
cab.
Holmes
You watch the
in
show.
2014.
This is a loaded
Oh,
question.
he actually does exist.
He,
in
dri-
2014, now that I
he,
think
dri-
about it,
he drives a Fiat.
No, he takes the cab. Don't you watch the show?
Why
No,
a Fiat?
I don't. Never
No,
seen a
why
show.
a Fiat?
remember?
Why a Fiat?
Yeah, that's not even a British car. That's
Oh, yeah,
Italian.
yeah, that is not British. Well, which is a British car? I'm trying to think.
The new,
Mini
the new
Cooper.
Sherlock
Mini
Holmes
Cooper.
does have a
Mini
certain.
Cooper. Thank you.
Does have a certain style. I think Mini Cooper's more fitting, but I could almost see him in the Fiat.
No, that is all.
Ain't
Lupin
complaining
the
about it.
Third.
Yeah.
That is
Could be.
Lupin the Third.
Very
He's not
much
driving
so.
that other car.
Rolls Royce.
Thank you.
Does
Really?
Lupin drive a car?
Or a Bentley.
Specific?
Yeah.
Who?
The Fiat.
Lupin drives a yellow Fiat.
Yeah, yellow
Yeah.
Fiat 500 or
know,
a
it's a Fiat.
Rolls
You guys
Royce.
know your shit.
What's
Todd
his license plate
should-
number?
I don't know. Todd might know.
I don't know that.
Wow, you guys really disappointed in me.
88 Lupin.
Wow.
What is it, Saker?
8466.
I'm sorry,
8
Skankasser?
The Skankass.
Who directed the episode 9 of Lupin?
That would be
The Green
Abraham
Jacket.
Lincoln, which is funny because that's my next question. Abraham
shit.
Lincoln, what kind of car would he
Hayao
drive?
Miyazaki.
Hayao Miyazaki is not Abraham Lincoln.
No.
And Abraham
Model-
Lincoln would not
model-
drive Hayao
He would
Miyazaki.
Totally.
Abraham Lincoln would drive that car from Wacky Racers that's made out of wood.
He would skateboard.
Wacky
Alright.
Races is another great topic. Let's save that.
All right. So I have to
Are
agree
you
with
talking
Jimmy.
about the same Wacky
It's either a
Racers?
model.
Yeah. Like
It's
a
either a
PC
Model
game?
T,
No.
or what about like a
No,
World
the show.
War One
There was a
motorcycle?
game called
Oh,
Wacky Racers.
I thought we
okay.
were doing
Are you talking about like
current
Penelope?
cars.
Sir,
No,
oh,
the pit
well,
stop.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
current
sorry.
car.
But still, in 2014, I think he would
I can-
drive a
this is gonna be the
retro.
I can see him drive a Camaro.
2014, the Model T is still a viable vehicle.
My name
Yes.
is Ken,
You just
and I'm
crank
part of the
it.
Podcast
Yeah,
trying to get
crank
things
it
back
up.
on
Drives one
topic.
of those Model T's
Nobody
on the
can
track
wrangle
at
us.
Cedar
Nobody
Point
can
like the
wrangle
little kids.
Everyone's far too drunk. There's lemon Oreos that no one wants to eat.
I
These.
had like
I don't
one.
want to eat them. I am drunk.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
Cram them down your cran hole.
Don't make fun of my Korean
I'm sorry.
Transylvanian culture.
Kimberry.
Kimberry.
I work with somebody named
Yes.
Kimberry.
We call it Kimberry too.
Our aunt, our
I'll be
boss,
right back.
can't say
Continue
Kimberly.
podcast.
Kimberly.
So
she calls it Kimberry.
That's great.
That's out there on the internet now.
Yeah, go to China Express.
ChinaExpress.com.
No,
Go to check out ChinaExpress.org.
beep
Is
that
a
out.
restaurant?
What?
Is that it?
China Express?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do
The most
Adolf,
generic ever.
Adolf Hitler.
Seriously? It'd be a Volkswagen.
Adolf Hitler.
Why? Just because it's German?
No, because Volkswagen built cars for the Nazis during World War II.
That's what
Terrible.
Bumblebee is on for.
Bumblebee is a Nazi?
No, like something about the Takara Hasbro. They don't want like
The reason they didn't want them to be Volkswagen.
yeah Volkswagen because of it
Yeah,
depicts
Volkswagen
World War II
directly.
Nazis. Yeah.
Wow. It still has that sort of...
Well, not anymore. I think they just changed it this
Also,
year.
let's just edit this whole part
What about-
out.
No, this is fun. I like this game.
What
Actually,
about
this isn't terrible.
the Scooby Doo?
He probably drives like a
Where
unicycle.
Shaggy is a werewolf and he's
The reluctant werewolf?
the reluctant werewolf where he's in a
drives
race.
he drives the
Wait, is he a
the muscle-
legit
not the
werewolf?
muscle car.
Wait.
Yeah.
Red shirt. Have you
Is
never
that
heard of the
one
red
where
shirt
he has
Shaggy?
to
No.
The
ride in a
movies
race?
where Shaggy
Yes.
wears a red shirt,
Bill's-
or the shows with Shaggy in a red shirt, have
turns a
actual
werewolf,
paranormal.
Really?
When he's in a green shirt up to Zombie Island, everything is fake.
Up to Zombie
You have
Island?
not seen Zombie Island?
Dude, I hate Scooby-Doo.
How do you hate Scooby-Doo?
I hate things
Okay, I thought we were friends.
A waste of time.
Zombie Island is the only Scooby-Doo movie that's really
Yeah,
good.
it's worth
Really?
like
Yeah.
actually checking out.
Zombie
So
Island's
what they do
It's awesome.
is they get
There's
to
a
an
second
island
movie
in
that's
New
pretty good, too.
Orleans,
Zombie Island.
and it's
Zombie
like
Island's
these
the best one,
essentially
I think.
like werewolf people. Like they were like no werewolf.
Yeah.
It was like cat
We're
people.
cats.
Are we
We're
talking about
cats.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Zombie
Yeah, Zombie
Island.
Island.
But
And the reason
It's really
the-
well
I'm
done.
telling them what the show's about. So they lure people in with tales of like their haunted house, so they can suck the life out of them.
Okay.
So it's like the first time they
They're-
encountered
they're-
like legit. So they're going in there trying to debunk it. Like these,
Oh.
they're just faking it to like get money, and they like actually get attacked by zombies and like these crazy cat people.
So it's
Bill,
a, it's,
I think I know what they call. They call sleepwalkers. That's who they are. So
What?
sleepwalkers.
We're gonna have to fact check you on that one.
Seriously, no.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
But that
Well,
sounds kind of
time
funny.
for the segment.
Because they actually there's actually a movie about that was by Stephen King, Sleepwalkers. and it's about-
Okay, so you're just saying like legitimately overall, like vampires, like anybody who sucks blood is a vampire. So anybody who is a cat person is a sleepwalker.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
I thought they were a catnapper.
But anyway, so before Zombie Island came out in the 90s, in the 80s, any movie that had Shaggy in a red shirt had actual paranormal, and there was one called Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
Yes.
I was
where
wondering
Dracula
how we got
turns
onto
Shaggy
this
into a werewolf so he can race in a race that's all monsters.
How do you not know about this?
I hate Scooby-Doo. And I've
And
never
there's
paid
there's
attention to it.
Scooby-Doo in the Ghoul School, where Shaggy gets
Yep.
a job teaching at a school for girls who
Ghoul
are all
School is not-
monsters.
As
What?
It's not as good as Reluctant Werewolf.
Yeah,
Because you get to hear Dracula go, Shaggy!
seriously though, Zombie Island is legitimately
just
a
called
good
Yeah,
one.
it's,
Is it
Zombie
really?
Island's
Yeah,
legit.
It's
I heard-
actually
If you're
good.
gonna watch anything Scooby-Doo ever, it being a person who does not like it,
I heard the new series
Zombie
was
Island.
good.
The
Mr.
new
Ink
series
was really
rated.
good. Yes,
Yeah.
never mind. If you're gonna watch anything, Mystery Inc.
Well, the movie Zombie Island is my
But it
favorite
is.
thing.
Billy West is Shaggy in that.
Billy West.
Oh,
was
really?
In the new series or the movie?
No,
No,
in
in the new
Zombie Island.
series, he's
Zombie
Matthew
Island.
Lillard, who played him in the movies.
Yeah, in the live action
Huh,
movies.
that's interesting.
Originally
What
was
happened
Casey
to
Kasem.
Casey
Yeah.
Kasem?
He's missing. Nobody
No,
knows what
we
happened.
found
to
him.
him.
Yeah, we
Oh,
found
where
him.
is? Where was he?
Washington.
Oh Jesus! Thank God.
That wasn't that
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
I'm glad we found Casey.
We're glad National.
I missed
Nightmares
him in
over.
Cliff Jumper. So.
Are we talking about cars?
Yeah, what car does Casey Kasem
I
drive?
went away.
Ben 10.
He drives a.
Kevin Levin has a car
He does
that's
have a
apparently
muscle
part
car.
of the series. I don't think it's that important, but
Casey Kasem would
It
drive
is
a
a car.
Porsche 910, which is what Cliff Jumper was. Was
Yes.
it 910?
Yep, 910. Yep.
I am
He's also a lot of voice of voice.
so sick.
He was
You're
voice
a
of higher and higher.
savant. You.
Jimmy knew it too.
Oh,
Todd
yeah.
probably knew it.
We're big Transformers fans.
Oh, it's a Transformers thing.
I didn't know what 910 existed. I knew there was a 911.
Well, you're booted off the podcast.
Well, my 10-year was not long.
9/11, really?
Let's get
Too
into
soon.
9/11. let's talk about airplanes because those are vehicles.
You know who's 9/11?
No,
Jazz.
let's not do that.
Anna was talking.
About what?
Bum bum.
Oh, the car from Ben 10. Kevin has a muscle car that if it touches anything from the 1970s, it will explode.
What?
And then they
I
turn it into a
remember that
modern
part.
car.
Because-
Oh, it was
I think
in
it's
the time traveler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they wreck
Paradox.
it during that episode, and
The
he
Paradox
fixes it
guy?
for
Okay,
him.
gotcha.
And he's just like, I fixed your car, but if it comes in contact with
Charger
anything
thing.
from the 1970s, it may explode.
It's kind of a Mustang.
It's a
Camaro.
Charger.
It's a
It's a generic
Mustang.
muscle car.
Yeah. I think that
GTO maybe.
It's, yeah, the green. But then they turned it into like almost like a Mazda in
They have
Alien
a.
4? No,
They have
Agents of
an
S.H.I.E.L.D.
alien that
Ultimate
turns
Alien.
into a ship too. It's
I
Ultimate
don't know if
Alien
anyone
sounds
watches
right.
that one.
Which one?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Oh,
the
Lola,
flying car? Yeah,
Lola the flying
jet.
car.
They also have a car that's very important. It's multi-purpose. It can like can go underwater, can go in the air, whatever the fuck.
This
they
is
want
James
to do.
Bond?
It's essentially Nick Fury's
Oh,
car,
dear God.
like
We
from
didn't
the
even-
comics,
we
but
haven't
it's
touched that.
Coulson's.
Yeah.
Coulson.
And it's like
Coulson.
a
Which was
convertible
really good,
something.
by the
It's
way.
James
I
Bond.
heard it's been getting
Oh,
better.
James Bond, that's
I would
huge.
skip to,
Yeah.
like,
It's
All the two
a
stuff.
few episodes.
It's
in.
a throwback
'Cause it's
to
close
Tony
to start, but it
Stark's
gets really
father's car in
Season
Iron
finale
Man
was
2.
awesome. Patton Oswalt.
Don't touch
did it?
Lola.
Wait,
Yeah.
season what? Patton Oswalt
Oswalt's
is
in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
really.
Yeah. He's in the end of
Like,
season 1.
The first
And
episode I really liked of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was called I Spy. Skip to that one if you have to, because nothing's really important.
I watched the
before that.
first 3 episodes and gave
Yeah.
up on it because
Yeah.
it was
That's
terrible.
pretty much
It's-
what I did, but
Yeah.
her and
Go-
Ken both.
I kind
Yeah,
of.
it's gotten
Go to
better
I
by
Spy.
the
That's
end.
what
I didn't
when
like
was
how
in
they
school.
have-
It gets really good.
Okay.
It
Especially when it gets
definitely
around
improves.
like the Captain America
And it
2
does-
stuff.
it
Yeah,
does
like
tie
I didn't
in
like
with
I
the
didn't like
movies.
how they have.
I think they're going to do Inhuman stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's what I heard,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Again,
No,
I like the
Kree, I
vehicle
think that's
pod-
Kree.
Yeah.
podcast
Well, they
that's turned
reference the
into
Kree.
Agents
Yeah.
They
of
directly
S.H.I.E.L.D.
reference the Kree, but I think
Well,
they're going to
Tuesday
do
nights,
stuff with the
NBC.
Inhumans.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
didn't.
got the first
ABC.
comics.
Well, and now they've got Agent Sharon Carter.
Yeah,
Agent
Yeah,
Carter.
Agent Carter.
For season
That's
2.
based on Peggy Carter. So
Peggy. Oh, is it Peggy?
Yes, Peggy.
I haven't.
No, it's
No.
Sharon Carter.
No, I think it's Peggy Carter.
No,
Peggy
Sharon
is the
Carter
one-
is a character
No,
in Captain
Peggy
America.
Carter is from 1940s.
Yeah.
And she's the one that fell in love with Captain America. Sharon Carter is her
Agent
Oh, no,
13.
no, no,
Agent
the
13?
new show. It's Agent 24. I thought.
Or 24?
13. She was in the second Captain America movie.
I know she's in this Captain
Jimmy,
America
you don't
movie.
know what you're talking about.
All right, I'll look it
Was
up.
there-
It is
was
Peggy
there a
Carter.
Catmobile?
the new-
Sharon Carter.
Was there ever a Catmobile?
No, there's a Cap
No,
Cycle.
the new show,
Capcycle?
the series.
Yeah,
it's going based on
he's
Peggy
an
Carter.
motorcycle. Yeah.
No, she's just in
And the shield would
Agents
stick
of
up
S.H.I.E.L.D.
front.
Did it? Was it like a Harley, or did it look
There's a
like
new
red,
show,
and
you know,
blue, and white?
Well, if
Why are
I'm
we
not,
arguing
no,
about
it was
this
more
on a
Harley
podcast
X.
about
It was
vehicles?
what?
But it was
How
more
many
like a
minutes
World
did
War
I-
II
If I'm-
Harley
well,
bike.
far
for-
No,
away.
if I'm not mistaken, Indian made the motorcycles for World War II.
Oh,
Okay.
But Harley made some too.
Did
Okay.
they? I
I'm
thought it was
just,
Indian.
we're 35 minutes in.
Don't count down. We're having fun, Todd.
You're just killing the fun.
I
Oh
was
my
answering a
Jimmy
simple
Lou.
Wow,
question.
momentum ground to
A spin-off TV
I'm
based on
leaving
Peggy
this
Carter.
podcast.
Oh no, that he wasn't talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
talking
spin-off
about
show.
the spin-off show.
Spaceships?
Yeah, they're gonna
The
do.
spin-off is about 1940s.
Can we do spaceships? Do spaceships count?
Let's talk about Flash Gordon.
What's your
and-
favorite?
yeah.
What's your favorite pop culture spaceship? I know mine right offhand.
Go
Tell me
for
yours
it.
first.
My favorite pop culture spaceship is the spaceship in Super Mario Bros. 2. Because it looks like just a thing in the ground, and you pull it up, and suddenly you're inside a
The
spaceship.
radishes?
And then
Yeah,
it blows up.
and it flies up to the moon, or not the moon, somewhere higher, and then it blows
Blows
up.
up.
I just really like everything about Super Mario Bros. 2, because if you're on top of something and you press down B, it is above your head now. So as long as you get on top of something, you can press down B, and then it is above your head.
So here's your favorite.
You know, it's hard to say, because as far as just sci-fi, there's so many good spaceships. I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect. But
The Normandy.
the Normandy, I love the Normandy, but I
Normandy
do
too.
really love the X-Wing. Or the A-Wing, because I love the Hoth fight.
The half fight?
Hoth!
That
the
place
ice-
is cold.
The snow planet.
I know what Hoth is.
I don't know if mine counts, but the Satellite of Love.
Oh, wow, whoa, good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a vehicle. That's more of a living space.
HAL 3000.
Hey man, when Pearl's chasing them, they're going
Yeah.
through time and space.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
And her
Just so you
VW, speaking of VWs.
You can't beat Outlaw Stars.
Welcome to Utropia Podcast. I can't
They
lift
just
my
called
head.
that the Outlaw Star, didn't they? In
I
it?
think it's called the Outlaw Stars.
I am face planted on the counter. Welcome to this podcast. My name is Ken.
Ken, welcome back.
Ken is
Hello!
asleep.
Our host
Welcome
is
to the
back.
Distropeia
Our host
podcast.
is-
I am Ken, not good enough.
Wait, who didn't name their favorite spaceship? You.
You.
Oh,
Go.
You.
I don't think I have one.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I just say
Gravity.
shit from Ben 10?
What kind of cosmonaut are you?
Say the goddamn R-Wing if you have to.
He said ship from Ben 10. Alien
Ship
Force.
is not a ship.
Yeah, yes, he turns
His
into
name is Ship.
I never
He
watched
turns
it.
into a ship.
I'd have to say Buck Rogers, just because like it was like a new take on a dogfighter, but in space.
Okay. Well, great segment, everybody.
Great. I tried to. We weren't even fucking talking about automobiles for all of
Automobile?
this.
So,
What, is there a series that you wish had an iconic vehicle that never got? I would say that
Captain
I think.
Planet.
Oh, like
Captain
that's
Planet
perfect.
did have one.
Wait,
Yeah,
did
he
it?
did.
Was it?
They
What
had,
was
they
it?
had the Eco Jet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Well,
not a
it's
car.
like-
It's a
Why a
vehicle.
vehicle?
That's not. It
Captain
doesn't
Planet
belong
could
in the
fly.
motor.
You know.
Well, no,
Just-
we're just doing vehicles.
would you consider Wolverine to have one because he
No.
steals.
He has a
Cyclops.
Oh, this
He has a
bikes
No,
are.
he has the Jeep.
There was a
No, that-
Wolverine Jeep.
Yeah, he kind
Wait,
of.
is he
Yeah.
He has a Jeep that he drives all the time in the
But-
cartoon.
Am I
But it's
making that
mostly,
up? Is there an
more
extra?
No, there's definitely an X Jet.
An
The X
X-Jet.
You
Jet
know,
plays a big part in the comics. My off and on reading of them.
I kind of want
Yeah.
to see Transformer driving. Like, not Transformer,
Like
but, you know.
That's
They
like
drive their ships all the
that's
time.
like cannibalism.
Didn't they,
That's
didn't
gross.
they
Isn't that
drive
more like
the Ark and then
incest?
smashed it into the Earth?
Yeah, good piloting.
They
whatever that was.
that's the Wreckars. They
Oh, yeah,
they
they do
drive
ride
motorcycles.
Oh yes, the
Drive each
oh.
other.
No, the
Junkians,
Junkians. Yeah,
yeah.
Wreckar's that one guy.
Wreckar's the guy
yeah.
with the beard.
The Junkians, that's what it is.
The
yeah.
Junkians.
But how cool is that? Like,
Is
see Optimus Prime driving a
Was the
semi.
Junkians the Eric Idle people?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. That
People
talks
really
weird.
hate
They talk TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
You talk
Star
TV.
Wars Episode 1, but I did like pod racing.
Oh,
Now
pod racing
this
was the
Pod
one
racing
part.
pod
was really
racing.
cool sci-fi racing.
Yeah.
I like
Now
playing.
this is pod
I like
racing.
playing the arcade pod racer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the N64 one where you could play with two controllers. That was
Did you ever see
fun
the
as
guy that
hell.
just like melted two together?
The best part
What?
was
Oh,
Bono's
what?
song.
He cut cut the edges off and like put them together
That's
to make pod
awesome.
racer
Oh
controller.
man, what a cool idea.
Watto's song was the best part of the N64 pod racer.
I had never
song?
played it enough.
At the end of a race, if you waited, you'd hear Watto sing. He would
sing the...
Yeah, he
The
would sing the
Cantina
Star Wars
theme?
Cantina song.
Oh god.
What song do you want to play
Is
next?
it Tridarian or Toydarian?
Toldarian.
Toydarian?
Yeah.
Super racist
Yep.
Jewish
Yep.
alien race.
Jewish stereotype.
Is it green?
Is it green?
I don't know.
Like
Nope.
from
They're blue.
Fifth Element? Super green?
Fifth Element.
Ruby Round.
There's
No,
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 vehicles.
no, no.
Let's just.
Well, no,
No, no,
so
you know,
that's
hey,
one series
Bill.
that you kind of wish had an
Well,
iconic vehicle.
well, no,
No, I just
Yeah.
right now, so we could just talk about Fifth Element.
Yeah.
No. Let's not talk about Fifth Element. Let's talk about Blade Runner.
Oh, Blade
Okay,
Runner did
yeah.
have the floating
They have
cockpit.
flying cars, they have
Yep.
future cars.
Well, that's like Fifth Element then. I mean, because that's what Fifth
It's
Element.
better than
has.
Fifth Element.
I'm just
Wait, hold on. Are you putting Fifth Element and Blade Runner head to head? Because I think Fifth Element wins.
Future
I
McDonald.
like
Whoa.
Fifth Element's good,
That's-
but Blade Runner.
Yeah, I don't know about
Put it
that.
out there.
Fun fact: Modest Mouse album, "The Moon in Antarctica," they get that from Blade Runner. The opening scene, he's reading a newspaper that's talking about terraforming the moon, and they're taking glacial water from Antarctica. And it's
I think Siggy's about to kill
the,
you.
the title of the story is "The Moon in Antarctica."
Great.
Speaking of the
Factoid.
moon, we're
Just
sad
edit
to
that
say
out.
Chris isn't with us this week.
Oh, Moonjump.
He's sleeping.
I thought he was taking a snap for a second.
I can't wait to
Wait a
post
minute.
this episode. I can't wait till.
No, it's
Ken
gonna be on-
posts
That's the edit this episode.
This is gonna be on. Give me a second, I'll remember it.
That's okay.
Skankasser?
I don't remember my nickname.
It's gonna be on your phone forever.
Okay,
Nobody will ever
we're
hear
not
this.
going to do this because we're
you-
40 minutes
You
in.
do whatever you want, but I'm willing to put at least 5 cents down that you'll never get
I'm
this
going
off your
to edit
phone.
this and send it
To Ken,
to Ken.
so he can weep quietly at what's become of his work.
What is this any better or worse than what you guys usually do?
Well,
Hold on, chocolate milk.
We usually stay on. We usually stay on topic better.
Yeah, well.
Anna, Anna falls asleep during it.
Okay.
Good.
I wish
right now?
Buckaroo Banzai had a vehicle in it. I love Buckaroo Banzai, and it seems like it's ripe for like a motorcycle or some sort of flying. I know the comics probably expounded upon the universe. but I
Didn't they
never
have
read
an
comics.
anime all about riding motorcycles?
Biker mice from Mars.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Yes, that's exactly what I was. No, that wasn't.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Hey, it's not like Street Shark.
Also,
an anime, like a Japanese anime?
Isn't it like rah rah
like a
rah
Korean
rah or
anime.
something?
Do rah 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 rah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be onomatopoeia for the sound of a motorcycle, like do rah rah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought it was about motorcycles.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it.
Well, staying on the topic of like
Whoa.
Asian culture shows.
That's not topic. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We have Kamen Rider and Power Rangers, which have a ton of vehicles associated with
Kamen
it.
Rider,
Always
like half of his name is a vehicle
True.
reference.
Because masks, you can ride them.
That's,
Exactly.
the two things that Shotari Shinomori loved: cyborgs and motorcycles.
Modified humans and motorcycles, which
All of
is
his
why
shows had one of the two.
Kikaider has a motorcycle too.
Because he wasn't really human, so he had to have one of them.
Yeah. I think did Skullman have a motorcycle at all?
Yes. Well, in the anime there was... No, yeah, even in the manga, he rode a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And
Power Rangers and Sentai, I guess. Had
he only did one Sentai show.
Robots. Well, I'm not talking about
not just him, but in the broader universe. I mean, obviously the motivation was to sell toys, even then.
Oh yeah.
But there always had like each individual Sentai had their own individual vehicle that they were part of. Whether it was animal based.
Oh, sure, you've got a Voltron, sort of. Yeah.
Go Lion.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Voltron. My childhood.
Your childhood.
Don't you go Lion me.
Why don't you go lying down and
Stop
the professionals
Stop spewing lies, okay? Lying.
Why don't you go Lion
You're lying.
Great segment, everybody. Go Lion. Great segment.
Very good.
Very good,
wait.
says Anna.
What was your
sleeping?
What was your favorite line?
Don't worry about it.
Did everyone watch Voltron?
Watched a little
What
bit
was
of
the
Voltron.
difference?
There was no I like the fat guy.
Do you
Whatever
like
his line was.
the yellow? What are you saying?
Two of them
Like
were
yellow?
arms, two of them were legs, one of them formed the head.
Well, I think the head was the most hotly debated
That
one.
would be the black one.
But everybody wanted to be the head, right?
I guess.
MC Frontalot has a great song called All Form the Head about 3 mech pilots who are fighting about who's going to form the head. That's sort of about transportation.
Kind of reminds me of Vehicle Voltron, though.
The toy for the black one did have wheels on it, and you could, crunch up its body and, pull it back, and it would, go forward.
Could the rest of them not do that?
No.
Why would you do that with something lame like a leg?
The other ones, because, the toy was just,
it's just the lion's face.
With a lion head. Yeah. I have it in my room.
We should talk about
you should have brought it for this.
I didn't think
show
we
and
would
tell
talk
on
about
this
Go
episode
Lion.
of the Utropia podcast.
Show and tell time. Hold it up to the phone.
Everybody will see it. It's cool.
Oh, Voltron Vehicle, I was telling you.
Vehicle Voltron?
Yeah.
The 20-part combiner.
There's more than 20.
Was there more
yeah,
than
I don't even know. It's like their own section.
What was it? Do you remember what the original show was?
Like the vehicle?
I believe it was Go Lion.
Yeah.
I just remember
Vehicle Voltron, you twat.
I believe it was Go Car.
There you go.
I believe it was Mahogogo.
Go vroom
Did you say go car or go kart?
Go kart.
Either or works.
So we still haven't talked about Mario Kart or Wacky Racers.
Wacky Racers.
Wacky.
Okay, let's talk about Wacky Racers.
There's an episode of Dofus that...
No, go ahead.
Go for
There's
it.
a Wacky Racers. Let's
Really?
Just,
Gotta love
end the
that
story.
story.
That's awesome. Wacky Racers was such a fun idea. Everybody loves racing.
I used to get.
There's an episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold that's Wacky Racers.
Oh, I gotta watch that series.
You watched that episode with me.
Oh yeah, I did. It was good. I enjoyed it. And then forgot about it promptly.
I don't remember anybody but Penelope and then the gang of midgets.
Dastardly.
There was
Oh yeah, Dick Dastardly, Muttley.
Muttley.
But who else was in
There was
Captain Caveman.
wasn't it a big crossover? Yeah, because it was Captain Caveman. Wasn't the Mountie, the Canadian Mountie, a character?
No, that's not Hanna-Barbera. Are you thinking of Dudley
Dudley
Do-Right?
Do-Right, you're
No,
right.
he's not Hanna-Barbera.
That was
He was the same company as George of the Jungle.
And Rocky and Bullwinkle, right?
Yes. And Tom Slick. And George of the Jungle. Did I ever say George of the Jungle?
I'm
trying to think.
And I think Roger Ramjet.
Who?
Roger Ramjet.
Who framed Roger Ramjet?
I believe it was Judge Dredd.
Oh, God rest his soul.
I remember his car, not Christopher Lloyd.
Don't you remember me, Eddie? When I killed your brother, I lost the law.
Just like this.
God, that was the most nightmare-inducing scene in anything ever.
It's so good.
Remember, melting that.
Let's watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit and pass out 3/4 into it.
Great.
So that's what'll happen. Hey, she's already gone.
I'm gonna watch it from my bed if that's okay.
Hey, Roger Rabbit, if you remember correctly, had a hard time driving automobile.
Did he?
Automobile? He didn't have his license.
Which is apropos because in the NES game, that car is hard to control.
We don't talk about the NES game.
I love the NES game. Oh my god.
Hey, I loved the car driving and that was about it.
The joke-telling segments?
I don't remember. I was like 5.
Well, play it again!
Fun fact,
Do you have an
that
extra
Jessica
one?
Rabbit gave you a number to call in that game, and for a short time, Nintendo had a line where you can call,
God, that's so
and she
cool.
would give you hints about
Oh,
the
I
game.
love alternate reality.
Does she do it in a sexy voice?
Jimmy,
Maybe.
you're getting a little weird now.
Yeah.
Hey.
I just want to know if it's worth my time to call.
She's just drunk.
Poopa Loopa, what would that voice sound like? Can you do a little, impression of What, Jessica Rabbit? A tip she might give you?
I don't think he's drunk enough to.
Poopa Here.
I think you are.
Hey, Anna, wake up. Nope.
Okay. And that's done.
Hey, Ken, wake up.
Great segment.
Do a sexy voice.
Do a sexy voice.
Do a sexy dance. Don't wake her up. What is your problem? No.
He's gonna throw her
Wait
somewhere.
till the end. We're not just gonna throw her in the street. Saker. Anna Saker said to throw you in the street.
Well, that's okay. I think.
I like looking at the voice
The
thingy.
little voice bars. That's exciting. Wow.
Well,
This is really when the podcast dips down, isn't it?
what
Towards
about
the
Mario
end.
Kart at this point? I mean, we've already covered
Oh my goodness.
some general basics of Wacky Racers.
Oh,
where,
boy.
you know, every episode was
Except
about winning the
those
race.
were cars and Mario Karts.
That's carts.
Except when they're motorcycles.
Or when they're hang gliders, which is
Or when their tires flip up and they hover.
Yeah, that too. Also,
We've gone way off the
when they're strollers.
Yeah, or when they're bullets.
Yeah, or when they're bullets.
Or when I don't play the game at all and they don't exist on any kind of level.
Because when you don't play the game, they don't exist.
Prove that
Because
they
the
do.
universe revolves
They-
around
they-
Prue.
Prove right now, without turning on the game, that they exist.
I will call somebody.
It doesn't. No, that doesn't. They can't prove it either. Just saying, like, hey, Chuck, let me know if Mario Kart exists, and he'll be like, okay, Saker, you're retarded, and he'll hang up.
Wait, he'll say it does. But you're
You
saying
don't think he'd just yell at you? Like, why are you calling me at
think he
2 o'clock
understands
in the morning?
Somebody give me the phone.
No, he would.
Somebody give
He
me
would
the phone.
understand you.
He
No,
probably doesn't know.
I'm gonna call.
I
Chuck.
didn't realize how well he
How
knows
is this
you.
going to work with the recording?
I'm gonna put him on speaker. I
Oh,
just need
he's
his
gonna
number.
call him from another phone.
Yeah.
I want to stop you, but I don't.
Let's see if Mario Kart exists.
From a
I'm
hey,
glad
that's my number.
to
So it
say
is.
that we're going to have another.
From a philosophical point of view, he's wrong. I'm going to tell you that right now.
We're going to have another.
I believe it simultaneously does not exist
guest
and does
member on
exist
the
at the same
Utropeia
time.
podcast.
What the heck happened?
No!
Oh, you actually pressed the speaker.
Stop fat
Jiminy.
fingering it.
Christmas. You guys talk about vehicles.
No, I wanna watch you
I
die.
kind of want to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's 3:40 in the morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Chuck.
Oh God, Chuck.
He's not gonna answer it.
Please leave your message for
He hung up on me immediately.
You gotta beep out his name if you can hear it later.
Hey Chuck, it's me. I just really wanted to know if Mario Kart existed. Give me a call back. Great. Alright, well, I guess Mario Kart doesn't exist. Bill wins this round.
For now.
For now.
Oh, he probably hung up because it was a number he didn't know.
Or because it was 3:40 in the morning. Well, probably both of those things combined.
Little column A,
I'm
little
pretty
column
sure
B.
he would drop everything, including sleep, for you.
So,
And then he'd get super pissed when he found out what you were calling him about.
Like, listen, you called me for this?
Saker!
Do you not know I have a child?
So, why did Sonic drive a car? We're getting away from Mario Kart.
I can tell you why he used a hoverboard, but I'm not sure why he used a car.
Oh man, I forgot
was
about that
Sonic
game.
Riders.
Sonic Riders.
Sonic Riders. It was because he didn't like being shown up on anything that could go fast.
Really?
Yeah, he gets mad.
That's
that
part of
they
the
were-
plot of the game?
Like the birds of paradise fly by him, and he's like, I don't like that they're doing that. I'm gonna get aboard, and I'm gonna be
douchebag.
better than them.
What is Sonic?
I can only assume it's very similar for the cars.
But you know what's fun about All Stars Racing is that every character has like Ryo from Shenmue drives a forklift in that game.
You know what the best
Like,
part of that
that's so
first
much fun.
game, at least, was?
He also drives
Crazy
Outrun.
Taxi was a playable character.
Yes.
and
What was it? Who was somebody from? It was like
Axel, probably.
Axel, yeah, from Crazy Taxi. Or...
you ready?
Here we go.
Sonic R, though, he doesn't drive a car. Only Amy does.
Really?
Yep.
An Eggman does, too.
Does he? I don't
He
remember.
rides his
Eggman
Egg
being
Rider, or whatever.
His egg.
Who?
Egg.
Egg.
Yeah.
That game's terrible, but it has a really good song.
Sonic. No, Supersonic Racing.
Yeah.
Everybody
I don't know.
Supersonic Racing.
It's still nothing beats the cartoon Sonic song.
That doesn't have any vehicles.
Vehicles!
There's no vehicles.
Hey,
When we
you're talking
talk about
the theme
music,
song.
though,
No,
we can talk
actually,
about some Sonic Underground.
We could go back to Eggman and talk about him for a while because vehicles are his shtick.
Yeah.
I mean-
Sonic 2, he has a four-wheeled vehicle that you just jump on top
Just
of.
in general, he
Yeah, I
uses
mean,
like
he's-
the flying machines.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff
always
like
in a
that.
vehicle. I mean, that's his whole thing. right?
Well, other than being the Eggman,
do you
he's
think
got the master plan?
I am the Eggman. Do you think that that mechs are vehicles?
No.
What defines a vehicle?
Yeah, I think
I guess any form
transportation.
Of transportation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess mechs would technically count.
If I put cardboard boxes on my feet,
no, because the cardboard boxes aren't actually moving you; you're moving them.
Okay, so it has to be something that moves you.
Something that transports
and
you.
physically, not emotionally.
As a teleporter, a vehicle?
No.
Why?
Because you're not actually moving.
It's just a new you is being created.
Or, yeah.
Oh, let's not get into this. We have an entire cast on teleporting.
Do you really?
Yeah, and it's...
Oh, you already done it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the time me and Anna really got into about teleportation.
No, but teleporting is, at this point in time, it has not happened yet, but will.
Well, okay. But I just...
to time travel to understand how that works.
I think a teleporter should be considered a vehicle. I mean, it moves you. Emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
I don't know, technically it murders you too, so...
Well, that's okay, a vehicle can murder you.
Just look at a fly.
I think the vehicle also has to travel with you, though.
I think, a vehicle also... A car does not murder you as part of its design.
Yeah.
Whereas a teleporter
usually. It's not a very good car.
No, not like the Pinto.
The Pinto murders you as part of its design.
I could only assume.
Oh.
I am a lot less drunk than I was when we started this. So.
He sobered up quite a bit.
Or somehow a lot more whiskey.
No. Let's edit this part out. I don't want.
Well, we're almost to the end of it anyway.
We
could probably end up.
I
think we could end the podcast.
Now we got 6 minutes.
I think we could end this one a little.
Let's just stare at our voices.
Let's not.
Visualized.
You know what? I'm not going to edit this at all. Everything is going.
Yeah,
into
this isn't
podcast.
going online. It's just going to Ken. I'll tell you that right now. No, don't touch.
It's a great episode. Good epo.
Ken is going to listen to this. And react in a way.
Viscerally.
I'm gonna stop acting like I know how everyone's gonna react. I don't even know Chuck that well. I'm gonna say how he'd react.
Chuck would probably.
What's my problem?
Yeah. Yeah, what is your fucking problem?
Chuck drives a truck, which is a vehicle.
Oh, that's true.
Whoa. It's him, right?
Oh, yes it is.
Is he calling back?
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
This is your friend Sake.
Using my friend's phone.
What are you doing, Saker?
I just want to know if... Oh boy, did I wake you up? Go back to sleep.
I was awake watching Hook.
Oh, thank God. Hey, does Mario Kart exist?
Yes, it does.
Thanks, Chuck. It means a lot to us.
It really does mean a lot to us. Thank you, Chuck.
Wrong.
How drunk are you?
Not at all. At all.
It can't exist. He does. You have Chuck? Do you have a copy in right now playing? So it doesn't.
Do you have a
exist.
copy right now of Mario Kart in your machine playing it? Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter because you told me
he
it
doesn't
exists.
have definitive proof
An
that it
impartial
exists.
observer. Chuck, thank you for telling me Mario Kart exists.
Mario Kart
You're welcome. You're
always
fucking retarded.
exists.
Okay.
Deal with it.
I love you.
Love you, Chuck.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I think that's a good enough note to end this podcast.
Yeah. So how do we end
Right,
this in general?
I've
I got to do the sign off because Ken isn't here.
Hey, as always, Trope, you found what you're looking for.
Oh man, no,
we gotta-
it's that thing that we say.
All right. So this has been all of the drunk people, and until we talk geek next week, bye bye.
Frasier has left the building.